we are going to be making our tour set list.
Yes.
Boom!
We're going to be taking you guys through the whole process of how we build a set list.
Yes. So this is the iPad here. We have all of our tracks loaded, and I'm just going to start picking some, and we'll decide what's up.
Yeah.
Always start with Rot, and then usually after that, we're in standards, so we can only pick from those songs. So that would include stuff like Hypothermia, Glitch. Usually we start with some of those. Do you think we should put Glitch? Because, like, if we're, like, playing in Kelowna and stuff, people might actually know it, so should we save it for later, do you think?
Yeah, we could make it, like, the last one before we go to Drop C.
That could be an idea.
That could be cool.
Okay.
Okay, so Denial into Rot and then Hypo. Oh, Masquerade, though, is, like, it's kind of high for me to sing, like, Rot and Hypothermia and Masquerade all together.
Okay.
So I need, like, a bit of a break.
Okay.
What about, hear me out, take it down a notch, bring in One Love Standing, right? Early on. Third song.
One Love Standing early?
That's a plot twist.
Like right after Hypo.
Hmm.
It's a new age.
Okay, let's do
New
it.
life for
Let's
me.
do it.
Okay.
So then, after One Left, do you think we could do Masquerade at that point?
Yes.
Sure.
Sorry, that's not a cute face.
Okay, and then we could do Broken Glass. And then Glitch. So then that's it for the...
Oh my god, look, I'm lurking in the corner. You can see me.
So we actually have a track in here called Intro in B, and that's just like the transition between standard and drop C.
That allows Quinn and I to switch our guitars and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably like a minute or so
A
long.
minute 30 or something.
Yeah, it's just noises because it would be kind of weird if
There's not. Well, that's how
if
we
there
used
was
to do it.
yeah, but it would be weird if there was just like silence for like a minute and a bit while we like
Yeah.
switch and tune and all that. So
probably our wonderful, absolute favorite one.
Aurora.
Sarcasm, guys.
We like Aurora. It's hard to play live though.
Okay, so
Okay.
which one would be Aurora?
And then we'll just like Daughters, VHS, Oubliette.
Yeah.
These are all of our originals that we will be playing on tour.
How long is it? Wait.
It's 40 minutes. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
What were you gonna guess?
I was gonna
Probably
guess
not.
like 35.
Okay.
Okay, so we usually try to give ourselves like 2 or 3 extra minutes. So if say we build this set list and say it's 50 minutes long, then we would get rid of one of those songs in the set list so that it could be, you know, more like 48 minutes.
Yeah.
It can kind of also depend on how long. So like we just did a 30-minute gig and that one was almost all songs. There was only like 30 seconds worth of talking, but for a bit of a longer show, like 50 to an hour, then it's like more 2 to 3 minutes worth of extra time.
Right, because if
Yeah.
you're playing a 30-minute set, then you're going to want to like put as many songs out there as you can. But if it's like a 50-minute set, you have even more time to interact with and to like build that type of connection with the audience. So
Well said.
Are we thinking
here, I can hold
a girl Bloody Mary?
it. Ooh,
I'm down.
I'm down.
We're in the mix.
Bloody Mary, and then people always like The Pretender or Bullet.
That's true because they know those ones.
Yeah.
I'm chill with either of those.
Well, I would vote Bullet.
Okay, so that's like 49 minutes. I feel like that's...
Is that like kind of per?
I think it's pretty perfect. Because I don't think we have... Like, for some shows where we have, like, a time crunch, we can't go over, like, the amount of time that we were given. But for this one, it's, like, our own show.
Right, because some venues and some, like, festivals and whatever are very picky about, like... Well, because you have to respect the other artists, right? Because it takes time to, like, load all your stuff on and off the stage, so...
And especially being underage, they want us out of there sometimes.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, right now...
Would you like a turn to hold it?
For the headline set list, we have Oubliette to end it, and we have an extended outro that we play live. But for the one that we'll save that for the encore, we're going to end with VHS, and then save Oubliette for the encore.
We know we want to play Bloody Mary and Bullet with Butterfly Wings, but we just have to put them somewhere in the standard tuning section because you don't want to like switch back and forth between the different guitars.
So I think we could put Bullet between Masquerade and Broken Glass. Masquerade's high energy.
Wait, hear me out, you guys.
Yep. Yeah.
What if Bullet is the third song?
Oh, okay.
Because it's easy to sing, and it'll make the energy be like super high because everyone's going to know that song. You know?
Okay, Diva.
So wait, let me see. So then where would One Left Standing be?
Right after that?
Right after that?
Yeah. And then Bloody Mary.
I still think One Left needs to be like a little bit later on, to be honest. Okay. I feel like it's dropping it because I feel like Bullet like lifts the energy. Everyone's like, oh my god, I know this song. And then we're like, I can't seem to...
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
So what if we then go to like, let's go Masquerade after Bullet? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then like Broken Glass and then One Left Standing or something like that. I don't know.
I
don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. Like.
Yeah, and then we could do Bloody Mary after One Left and then into Glitch.
Right. I feel like that's good.
Okay. Bangra.
Because we're trying to like, you're trying to think of like the energy in the room, and like if you're in the audience, like how do you want that energy to be? So we have to think of that when we're making the set list.
Yeah. So then intro and B, Aurora, Daughters, VHS, Oubliette, the usual drop C bangers.
Indeed.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll call this name it First Tour. Very professional name here. First tour ever.
Well, do you want to write if it's like the headline one or the...
Well, no, I think it's actually okay. Because, like, yeah, I think... And this is what it will look like when I have it, like, beside me at a show. And then you'll, like, start it. Can't hear it. and then it'll end and then just automatically go there. And then you have to cue the next one. So... Yeah.
So then what we do after this is we like actually write it out. Like we'll print out the set list so we can all have it. And then we all talk about who's talking where. So we try to make it so that all three of us interact with the audience at some point. Because like we just want it to be a very equal, like everyone can hear all three of us, and kind of get to know all of us. So after hypothermia, I'm always the first person to start, and I just kind of am doing the, hey, like, how are we all doing? We're freeze the fall, that type of stuff. And then much later on, Aria always does the thank yous, so she'll thank if there's anyone we are gonna, like, shout out.
Usually, like sound, crowd, other bands that have played.
Any, like, event organizers.
Yeah, the venue, all that stuff.
Yeah, and we thank the audience. So Aria always does that. So, like, by keeping it being, like, Aria always does thank yous, I always do the intro, etc., then it's very easy because we don't have to like relearn a part every time. It's more just making slight alterations. And then Jonah, he is
the hype man.
Yeah, he's the hype man. He's always very energetic, and he's better at doing that than Aria and I. So we always are just like hype the people up, hype them up. So,
yeah.
The drop C part of the set is usually the highest energy part of the set.
Yeah.
One, because the crowd's warmed up. Two, because it's just the most high energy songs all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Jonah's gonna talk, then that means we have to get him a microphone, right? And sometimes, and sometimes, like at the Soma Fest we just played in Vancouver, he didn't have a mic. So in that type of situation, Aria just gives him the mic, which you may be thinking like, that's kind of unprofessional and weird, but we're like, we just, you're weird. But like, we just want it to be like a fun, like, hangout type of thing. Like, we're professional with everything else, so it's kind of funny to just be like,
here's my mic, boy.
Here's the mic. Yeah. So.
Say some words of wisdom.
Yeah, and then people get excited because they're like, oh, he didn't have a mic, so we weren't expecting to hear him talk. But then he's like, how we doing? So, I think, is that probably about everything?
Yeah.
That's how we create a set list.